and this is Coach Ray with the Chess Puzzle Show. And we have up on my right or my left, we have Cuatro Sanchez here from Brownsville. And Dave, Coach Dave, how's it going? You're up there in Columbus, Ohio. How's it going, man? Wake up, Coach Dave.
Oh, I'm just really tired. Been throwing today, getting my arm ready for my baseball tryout tomorrow. So,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, just trying to get my arm ready, get back into baseball form again,
You know what? You look like a baseball player, man. You played in high school, or what's the deal?
I played a little bit, and then I had to give it up because I had issues with my shoulder and arthritis and other things. So,
yeah. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Yo, what's up, Dave? So, yeah. So, man, so cool, man. I know this week is high school nationals. Today
yeah, and also the Reykjavik Open in Iceland.
Yeah.
I've been watching that because we've had some American players. Botez is actually playing in it. I noticed the older one, Alexandra Botez, was playing in the Reykjavik Open. She ain't doing too good, but I don't know. I don't think she's been streaming from the tournament, but I've been watching the Reykjavik Open myself.
Wow. No, that's cool. And then, of course, in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, we have the high school nationals. And, there's, a lot of kids are playing there. So today, was a matter of fact, round 5 already started. And so let's see what the results are in about 2 hours from that match. And then, of course, tomorrow, Sunday, they're going to play 2 matches, and then it's all over. I always say you want to go into the Sunday with 5 points so that you're just working on getting a bigger trophy.
Yeah, but it's not about the trophy. It's about gaining rating points. In the tournament.
Well, yeah, because that's true. You can get a trophy and still lower your rating and go down because you play real easy players or whatever. But hey, we got a celebrity here. Hey, Mac got second place in his chess UIL here in the Valley. He plays second on chess puzzles. So Mac is pretty cool, man. Max probably has played maybe 2 tournaments, but puzzles, he's really, really strong in his puzzles. And, he answers the questions all the time, so all this. And we have a student here. He's a freshman at Idea Charter School. And Cuatro's been playing all along. This year, he really hasn't played a lot of chess because he is an awesome soccer player and all-around sports player. I mean, right now, what were you saying you're playing right now, Cuatro? When did you start playing baseball?
Baseball. I started playing baseball, yeah.
Wow, man. So yeah, you keep pretty busy. So let's start with some puzzles here. Let me show you this one. Boom. And let's see. Where are my puzzles? Here are my puzzles. All right. So let's get this one. Hey, Daniel and Mac, let's see who can get this one here. This is about exposing the king, attacks on the king side. Yes, Dave?
Easy. First, we will start with a smite check. Rook takes on E1, check for a smite check.
All right. So Dave wants to take over this one. Yeah. The check, yes, and he is correct.
Bishop takes.
Bishop takes. And boom. And we have the lady, the diva, is left standing in the middle of the dance floor without a dance partner, and queen takes queen. And it's
Hey, Ray, I'm going to come back to the show in a minute. I have to take an important phone call here. I will be back.
Take care, man. All right. So, Dave, you what's his name? Mac, you were short 1 move, man. You missed it by 1 move here. Actually, had you done that, let me put that back here. Let me see. Let me put this back here like this. Had you gone here, he captures. You can capture here, but he has this first, check, rook takes, and then he goes here, and it's still it's still even. There's no win here. In fact, white's a little bit. Well, white's up. It's about even. But
And
obviously,
even then,
it's
the knight is still on the rank. Even if then, like even if rook did have the file, the
all
knight
right.
was still on the other side.
Yeah. Oh,
So
and by the way, I don't know if you noticed it. No, it's even. I thought black was winning, but sacrifice. He captures. You capture here. He captures there. Check to get rid of the rook. He captures, and it's even. No advantage. No advantage. Does that make sense, Max? So no advantage on that one. So yeah. So yeah. And so keep answering though. But the correct answer is get rid of the protector. Plus, you get rid of the rook. That's going to be a problem. He has to capture, right? Now, we also leave the queen unprotected when we do that. The white queen is unprotected. Here comes the check, and here we go. That makes sense? All right, let's do the next one here. All right, let me go here to the next one and boop, continue the training there. Okay, guys, let's see. What do we got here? What do you guys see? Hey, Mario Paredes, ¿qué tal, Mario? How's it going? Hopefully you get one answer in here. So it's white to move. The pawn just moved in to protect the queen. Let's see what you guys see here. These are attacks on the castle king.
I
The black
did.
bishop is going all the way here. And that's about it. So white has attacks. White has attacks. What's the move here?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. I think it's queen captures h7. Reason being is because king's forced to move to the side, and you just go down for mate in one.
Yes. Yeah. And notice there is a rook here that's available, a free rook, but that's not the answer because you see this, guys, this line here forces the king to stay back here. And so we got a back rank checkmate. Yeah, Mac, you got it right. So queen captures check is forced, and then like Cuatro says, boom, just drop the queen. And you see this rook here? This rook is blocking the king's exit. That's why we didn't capture that guy. And of course, the queen's controlling the whole line. King can't go anywhere. And we have a back rank checkmate. Very cool. Very cool. That was an easy one. All right. Let's see if we get a harder one here. All right. So here we go. The queen just moved over to G5. Let's see what we can do here.
There's checkmate in one.
All right. Are you sure checkmating one? Let's
Yeah.
see.
It's bishop h7. Oh no, wait, no.
Bishop h7 is a good one, Cuatro, but the king moves here, and then you can finish it off.
Yeah, rook down, rook all the way.
Rook down, and we simply, the queen is the queen is protecting the bishop here, and then of course the rook's attacking the kind of like a back rank checkmate all over again, and so you always got to look at controlling the squares around the king. Good job, Cuatro. All right, let's see, Mac and Daniel, you're out there. Let's see if you guys get this one here. The bishop just blocked the check. The bishop was checking the king, and the bishop just blocked. What is the move? What is the move here? And let's see what we got into play. Remember, when you're attacking the king, you always want to look at the squares around the king. You want to look at the color that the king's on. You want to look at your long range pieces and see how they're attacking the area. And Daniel says knight check, and I believe Daniel is correct. Pawn takes, and now we have an exposed file. And obviously, what's the move here? You got two answers. Actually, one's a little bit
Queen
sweeter.
takes 3.
Hey, look at here. Hey, Aussie, how's it going? Aussie answers with the knight captures the pawn. Good job. And so both are correct. But the queen goes where? What'd you say? Queen h6. Yes, Queen h6. The power of the pin. Actually, the answer could have also been over here at h5, but the right in his face is a lot better. h5 is also good, but quite frankly, the sweeter checkmate is Queen h6 because the bishop's going to capture. You say, no, that bishop is pinned. Sorry, dude. The bishop is the pin piece, and he loses. Is the power to capture. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, the notation was off, but it's upside down, but it is correct. Queen there. There you go. H3, yeah. All right, cool. Nice one, right? Cuatro. This checkmate happens a lot, guys, because a lot of times we don't see the power of the pin piece. We don't see the power of the pin piece, or the power that the pin piece loses, though. The power that the pin piece loses. But I think Daniel had it right on, man. Smothers mate, boom, the pawn has the capture, and that opens up the file, and then you just go right in. It's so easy, man. The the pin really destroys the force field, and you go right in. I love when that happens, right? All right, let's do the next one here. All right. So what do we got here? The queen just moved. I guess attacking the rook. So what do we got here, guys? We got Ozzy out there, Agustin making some moves. We got Mac making some moves, and Daniel answering. And Cuatro over here on the set. Coach Dave's going to come in a little bit. Unless his phone call takes a little extra time. He's probably talking with somebody from the tournament, so he's probably coaching or something on there. And you say rook captures H. Okay. One of you says rook, but there's no rook to capture at A6. And Max says queen, and the queen has the move. Queen exposing the king to check. It's a diva sack. The king captures. This rook is controlling these two squares. Obviously, here is rook over. Queen blocks, and of course, capture the queen, and we have a really cool checkmate. So, man, look at this. Sacrifice the queen. Diva sack. Right? The king can't move. King must capture. King can't go here and here because of the rook. So you always want to consider that. There comes the check, and the king can't move anywhere. So the diva the queen must block, and there we have a checkmate. Very, very nice. Very nice checkmate, guys. Again, now Mac, you did UIO puzzles. The best way to answer those puzzles is to think of the 6 Grandmaster moves. Every time it's your turn, Mac, you want to think of the 6 Grandmaster moves, and the 6 Grandmaster moves are these. Remember, get rid of your problem, attack the weak pawn, create a pass pawn, and we forgot attack the queen. We forgot. No, this is endgame skills. I'm sorry. These are endgame skills. But every time it's for puzzles, for UIO puzzles, look for a good check. Every single time. It has to be a good check. Has to be a force-feed move. Attack the queen. That gives you the temple. Attack any unprotected piece. Create a pin. Little pawn attacks big piece and create a pass pawn. And of course, remember always the color that the king is on. Most of this time, most of the puzzles are going to be. And the other thing is, if it's a checkmate in 3 or something like that, remember it's going to be check 1, check 2, checkmate number 3. That makes sense. It's always going to follow that. So keep that in mind. And so, and of course, just think of the attack. You're going to get it. Okay, the knight moved back. Capturing something there. What is the move here? What do we see? The king is in the corner. No problem. The queen can only get here, but the rook's controlling that square. The light square bishop hasn't developed, so there's nothing much. We have a queen that is unprotected in the middle of the board. So remember, your long range pieces are either attacking or, Daniel's got it right on. The bishop sacrifice. Bishop to h7 sacrifice. King captures, and the queen is left unprotected. Does that make sense, guys? Let's look at that again. You always want to look at the long range pieces, and you want to say, okay, you want to say, where are they going? Well, the bishop's aiming here, and that would be a check. So if that's a check, man, that freezes the position. Let's see if I can use it. My rook can do a rook lift and then move over and then go here. Hey, that's going to be pretty good later on. I can do this. And then you look at okay, the queen's in trouble, so I'm gonna have to move the queen. So I either move it to f3, maybe I go all the way to h5. But wait a minute, the queen's aiming at a piece, and yeah, the queen's in danger, but you do an in-between move, and the in-between move is sometimes a check, sometimes it's a capture to attack a greater value piece, and the check freezes the position. This guy wants to capture. He wants to capture, and there it is. I'm trying to move it. The computer will not allow it. TD, illegal move, TD. Ah, man, sorry, kid. Your key's in check. You gotta take care of the check. So he takes it, and his queen is left there, wide open in the middle of the board, and you got him. Does that make sense, guys? That's how you gotta think. You gotta think that way. All right. So the pawn at f7 goes to f6, attacking the rook. Remember, when a pawn attacks the piece runs away unless you have an in-between move. So what do you think is the in-between move here? Look at the board. Take your time with this one. This one is tricky. Tricky. You have 4 pieces. White has 4 pieces. King has a square to height, and black has 4 pieces, so it's even. Rook takes 9. Hey, look at here. Man. Hey, how's it going? Congratulations on your global achievement there, big girl. You are totally awesome. But rook takes knight. Yeah, you put a question mark, and it would be wrong, and I'll tell you why in a little bit when we answer the question correctly. But you know what, Catherine, that was my first choice. So remember, every time it's your turn, think of 3 good moves. Oh, let's see. Daniel says queen captures knight, and not other. And I was thinking of that one as well. The correct move is the one that Mac's giving us. Knight takes knight. Rook takes. What do we follow up with? Rook takes rook. That's right. Rook takes rook is Agustine's move. Queen takes, and the knight is left unprotected. King moves wherever. And then from there, you're up a piece. You have a pass pawn. So the best thing to do here is trade queens, and you're going to be fine. Does that make sense? So let's take this to an endgame. What would be the next move for white here? What do you think white can move cuatro? White to move, what would be the best move?
White, oh my gosh.
You have a lot of choices here, quite frankly, but what do
you think? No, I was looking at a move. I highly doubt that it's the right one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say queen, like queen on the 7th rank. You're talking
about this check.
Yeah,
that would work because then you grab this pawn and then you're threatening these pawns. Of course, if he goes check, you simply hide here. He's got no pawns. You can't get anything. So that would work. The other one, the crazy, I don't know if this would work. We see he takes. This would be the other crazy one. I don't know if you want to go here.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
You were looking at that because if he takes, then you got queen, right? And of course, queen takes. The only problem with this is that you got to protect it. So this is the way you would protect it here. But he gets there. No, not really. Look at that. There's enough time. And of course, then you go here. He goes here. And there's the win.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think that he would push the pawn. I think he would try and get the all
right. So
you take, and then king gets closer. You push.
You have to go here.
And then he would probably get in front of the pawn, no?
All right, and then you protect it. And then, of course, he takes and you take and you got the win because he cannot, if he takes this pawn, you see, if he goes here and you simply go here, once he takes the backward pawn, this guy is gone. No matter how fast he goes. That makes sense? And you totally win. So that's what I was looking at right off the bat, because remember, in this position, remember, here comes the teaching, guys. Remember, in puzzles, I like to do puzzles, but I also like to teach you guys. So here comes the teaching. In the end game, all right, here we go. Hold on, let me see. In the end game, guys, end game skills that I teach is this. Step number 1, get rid of your problem. So who's your problem? The queen. Queen can checkmate you, right? She's powerful. She can checkmate you. So we get rid of the queen, black has nothing because every single pawn is blocked. Plus, you're winning because you have a passed pawn. Now, step number 2 is obviously attack the weak pawn. But here comes the winner. Step number 3, create a pass pawn. So if you can create a pass pawn, which you already do, then what do we need to do? We need to protect the pass pawn. If we can protect the pass pawn, we'll be able to promote, and if we promote, we'll get the checkmate fácil, easy. Does that make sense, guys? And that's what you want to do. Yeah, and Daniel says pretty. Yeah, he likes it because that's the move. You sacrifice the bishop. You don't, you need. I mean, if you go for the pawn, I don't mind going for the pawn over here, like Cuatro says. In fact, that was one of my ideas. But it allows the queen to come down here and really create some problems for you. And so if he doesn't take it, well, no problem. If he doesn't take it, then maybe you got some sort of check or something. And plus, you're stopping the queen from going down. So he's going to take it. He's going to do this. He's got to. If he goes here, then, you simply capture. He captures, and then you push the pawn. And, whatever he does, like Cuatro says, he might get closer. So, in that case, wait a minute. In that case, you don't need to follow the same idea. My bad. If the king takes here, this guy's safe. All you got to do is maybe push this pawn here, because now you bring the king in. Yeah, this is a different game now. He goes here, you still go there, or you don't even have to wait for that pawn. No, you don't need to. You just push this pawn because he's got to take it, and there it is. You're gonna get this pawn. And these pawns are going to go. If the king goes this way, the king's going to go this way and block this pawn, and this pawn's going to create the touchdown on this side. Just like a football game, man. Chess is just like a football game here at this point, Just creating blocks, and the pawn's the right receiver, and he's just, boom, he's going to go right in there. That kind of deal. Or the running back. The pawn's the running back, and he's going to go, boom, touchdowns. Spike the ball, do his little dance, and it's checkmate. Does that make sense? All right, so let's go to the next one. That was a good puzzle. That's why I like to take puzzles to the end. All right, let's see what we got here. The rook just moved. The rook just moved to e6, attacking the bishop. The bishop's being attacked by the knight and by the queen. So there's 3 pieces on it. There's 3 pieces protecting. So that bishop's okay.
Wouldn't the move be queen captures knight, because you sack the queen, king captures, and rook to the side, and that's made?
Yeah, look at Cuatro, man. Woo! Yeah, awesome, Cuatro. Because if he goes down, well, okay. And obviously, this is what Cuatro says. And then, of course, you got the bishop and the rook and the rook checkmate pattern. Hey, that was pretty, right, Daniel? You would say that was pretty. So, Diva sack. If he moves here, then you have checkmate with this, because the bishop's controlling these 2 squares. Excellent eye on that, Cuatro. And of course, if he takes it, then of course this is an open file. You always attack the open file where the king's on, and here we go. And this is where you got to know the chess patterns. You got to know your checkmate patterns. Once you know those checkmate patterns, everything pops at you. Cuatro didn't think of the answer just because he said, he calculated. He saw the pattern and he said, okay, how do I get to the rook checkmate? I'll sacrifice the queen, and that'll allow the rook to get on the file and so on. Am I right, Cuatro?
Yeah. I remember I hated sacrificing my queen, and you would always tell me, sack your queen, and I never did it.
Yeah, because Cuatro was, no, it's my queen, my precious. But every once in a while he would, but he wanted to keep the queen all the way to the end of the game. And, I always say, when you can play without your queen, you're twice or 3 times stronger than your opponent. Because your opponent's thinking the same way. He doesn't want to let go of his queen. He doesn't want to trade queens. And sometimes once you trade queens, the other guy's just, all right, he gives up. It's over. So, That's what we do. Okay, let's do the next one here. All right, so here we go. The queen is challenging the queen. All right, so what is the move here? Oh my goodness, this is pretty. Let Cuatro, hold on. I know you got the answer already. Let somebody answer it here. Come on, man.
I know you're gonna.
Agustin or Catherine. Catherine, what's the move, Catherine? Come on, come on. Yeah, knight takes knight, says Catherine. I love it, Catherine. Yeah, that's the move because it's a check. Check freezes the position and it eliminates the defender of h7. And we got a sweet checkmate. Yeah. Hey, everybody got. Look at Max says knight captures f6, and of course Daniel says knight check. And of course I know it was knight takes knight, but that is true. In this position, guys, we have this move. Okay, this is the way you need to think. I have this checkmate. Okay, but why isn't it checkmate? Because the knight's gonna capture. Okay, so that's what I need to get rid of. So how do I get rid of it? Okay, I can get rid of it this way. And the reason why it works is because it's a check. Because it's a check. If it weren't a check, it might not work. But because it's a check, it doesn't matter who captures. It doesn't matter if the pawn captures, giving the king a little bit more room. It doesn't matter who captures. It's still going to be checkmate. So, quite frankly, here, Oh, I was going to think move the rook, and then the king has a little bit of room, but it's a check. Now if he moves here, then we still have the checkmate here anyway. So he's done. He's done. That is the brilliant move right there. That makes sense. That's for all the marbles right there. Boom. That's the winner. Boom. Winner, chicken dinner. Queen challenges queen, and we still got a checkmate. Doesn't matter. All right. So diva sack. Remember, in every attack, sometimes there's a sacrifice. All right. So let's see what happens here. He goes here. He's aiming at these squares, right? Think about the move here. This is the same puzzle. Remember, puzzles are meant to teach you patterns. This is the same puzzle, guys. Same puzzle. Hey, Alan, how's it going? Alan's watching this from the... Yes, and Catherine says knight takes knight, and Max says knight takes knight, and Agustin also says knight takes knight. So yeah, knight takes knight again, same puzzle, right? And then of course that leaves this square, the h2 square, unprotected, and here we go. Same puzzle, different position, but the idea was the same. That's right, Agustin. Queen to a2, checkmate. That makes sense, guys? This is why you want to do puzzles. You do 30 puzzles a day, 40 puzzles a day, 100 puzzles a day, and all of those patterns are going to get in here. When you're playing your tournaments, you're going to see these patterns on the board, and you're going to say, that pattern's just like this puzzle. And I know like 50 ways of creating that same pattern, and boom, you're going to go after it. You're going to see it. Makes it a lot easier. It takes away from your thinking because you're relying on patterns. It's like 3 plus 3. You're not going to be, let's see, carry the 1 minus the 4, add 2, 3 little bunnies, 4 little bunnies, 4 apples, 5 apples. No, 3 plus 3, 6. It's without thinking. You just throw the answer because it's, acquired knowledge. It's in your database. It's here forever. All right, so here we go. The king was in check, and he went to g1. What is the move here, guys? Let's look at here. Bishop check, says Catherine. Bishop check. When the king is, whatever color the king's on, hey, look for the bishop to attack that square. That's what Catherine did. Catherine did here, check. The pawn pushes. What do? Yeah, there you go. Continue the attack with check. Queen has to capture, and of course here we don't have any checkmates here. We don't have any checkmates here. So queen captures. The king has to move over. That, by the way, that's the end of the puzzle there. But the king moves over. What do we do here? What can we do? We don't have any checks here. We don't have any checks. We don't have capture. We don't have capture. So maybe we can push the pawn. Maybe we can push the pawn here. Remember, when the king is in the middle, guys, when the king is in the middle of the board, And most of the time it's the D and E file. But when he's interrupting the rooks, the flow of the rooks, when he's dancing in between the rooks, open up the middle. So the move here is push pawn. Push the pawn. If he pushes the pawn, hey, you know what? Rook takes, bishop takes. Boom. Open it up. Open it up. You know, boom, check. Boom. He's got to go here. And you know, you're winning. There it is. Look at that. Boom. I mean, you want to destroy. Boom. Does that make sense? Maybe you go here. You know, if he takes, well, no problem. You take, and you know he's got nothing. He goes here. There's the check. He goes there, and you continue. Maybe you go here. You know, or better yet, look at this. Oh no, you can't go here. I immediately saw this pattern, but you wanna take advantage, and you wanna get in there as quickly as possible. Does that make sense? Yeah. Dave. Hold on. Coach Allen says, open the king up. You know, just go in there and destroy him. Take away all his defenders and just go right after him. Make sense, guys? This is how you win games. This is how you win games. You have to learn to apply pressure on your opponent. Okay, the knight moves back. Okay, so what do we got? We got the queen aiming at G2. We got the knight ready to G4. We got the knight that maybe goes here. Look at this bishop. This bishop's aiming here. So guys, look at these two guys. This is like a hidden battery. So look at that. The queen here would be checkmate. So how are we going to create that position there? What can we do here? What can we do? What can we do? What is the move here? Give us the move here. Cuatro, what do you see here? Do you see something here?
No.
Come on.
I thought I saw something, but I don't. Well, I do, but I don't think it's right.
Give us the move anyway. What is it that you think?
Knight captures pawn, and when pawn captures, queen capture. Like
Yeah. That's the move. That's the move because you just want a pawn, and then what do you do here?
Capture the bishop
You
with the
can
knight.
capture the. Well, you cannot capture here, but you can continue. You can continue into there, you know. And of course, he captures there. And are you winning? Yeah, you're pretty much winning. So you can even trade queens if you want to. If not, you can just take this pawn.
Take the
Right?
pawn. I want the queen. Take the pawn.
Yeah. No, but then again, he can always trade here and open up your system up. So maybe here, maybe he goes here. You move the knight. Maybe you move the knight here to still attack the pawn, or maybe you can even go here. That forces him to do this, and then maybe you can move the knight somewhere. Maybe the knight goes here, and now you've shut down the file, and then you just come over and attack this pawn. And look at that. You have two passed pawns, and boom, boom, you're going to win the game. Does that make sense, guys? Or sack it. Yeah. There you go. Free material. There you go. Free material. Diva sack. Yeah. And sack it. Yeah. That is cool, guys. I love it. All right. Let's do another one here. All right. So here we go. What's the move here? The pawn just moved up because he wanted the king to have a little room. This one's easy, guys. Come on. This one's too easy. Come on, Coach Allen. Give us the answer for this one. What do you think, Cuatro? Rook check. Rook check. Rook check is correct. Yeah. Rook check. And now we have the mate, right? And rook check from everybody. What's the ending, guys? Come on. You need to start giving me two move answers, right? Well, you're controlling that square. All we need to do is attack here. Captain says rook check, but the rook check back doesn't work. I think she's talking about the first move. So obviously, guys, the move is here. Yeah, that's Max right on it. The queen to h3 checkmate, right? This look at that. You got your sandwich pattern that I talk about all the time. No, not there, Catherine. Not there, because if you go here, look at this knight. Boom. So you gotta look. You gotta watch. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. I see. You were thinking that you were thinking H3. Okay, but you put the 2. So Catherine was thinking about this one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just teasing you, girl. All right. So here's the deal. All right. So what do we got here? The rook. The rook blocks the rook from check. What do we have here?
Oh, I know what it is.
Think about it. What do you got, Cuatro? You got an answer for this one?
Yeah. Queen captures pawn.
Yes. Queen captures pawn check. No, not a rook sack. So what's
And
the
then
move?
queen. No. Never mind. Never mind.
Think about it.
I was gonna say queen down, but I don't
It's
think
not
that's
a
right.
rook sack, though. It's not a rook sack. We already have the right answer. And the reason why is because the rook is pinned. He couldn't capture the queen. No, it's not rook takes rook. It's queen takes, king takes.
Okay, then is it queen down?
Yeah, it's check. That's the answer. Because if he blocks, we have checkmate, right? Now, if he moves the king here, we still have check. And you're controlling this line, you're controlling line, and you're controlling there. He goes here, and then the rook comes out of nowhere. Boom. And when this guy goes here, what's the move?
Uh, oh, rook. No.
You wish you could go here, right?
Yeah.
Did we miss a move? I think we missed a move there. But, you're still doing okay. You can't go here because he has to take. All right, and then you take and he takes. You wish you could go here. Quite frankly, you wish you could go here. Hold on, I think we made a blunder here. All right, so that is correct. He goes here. The move is here. Because that wins the queen automatically. Does that make sense? That's the move. Yeah, I was going for the checkmate, but there's no checkmate because the bishop's controlling that square. And so here, what do? We simply go into this. Or we can check them. Right, we could check them. I think I like this one. I don't know. Yeah, I like this one because now we have here and then we got mate. See, he's got to move the knight. Maybe he moves the knight there. We have check. He moves wherever. Now he's got to escape. But he can't even go there. He's got to go here. Of course, we go there.
Well, I think there's something a little bit simpler than that. Than
All
like,
right.
okay, so no, the same knight move.
All right, so he goes here, same
Okay,
knight.
same knight move. Oh wait, yeah, I was about to say queen there, but then king just go up.
Yeah, the king has to move up. Yeah. I mean, if he went like here, then obviously you go here. But then he still has this, and then you can still attack it. But then he even has this. I mean, so he even has that option too. He even has that option. But again, guys, from this position, no, we're winning. We're winning. We win the game. So the thing is, remember, pin, boom, you're in the force field. He moves over, here's the check. He blocks, we capture, we checkmate. So he can't block, right? He can't block. So if he moves here, then anything on the same line as the king, pin it or capture it. So capture, he has to move here, right? Obviously, you capture, he captures back, and we could just sandwich him. I think sandwich is better because he's got no way out. But we could also try. We could also try check here first, and if he moves this way, well, we just check him again. And if he runs this way, then we have check here, and he knights here. We have check here, and he's got to maybe go somewhere, right? And then of course here, well, you have this pawn. You have push pawn all the way. Either way you slice it, you're gonna win. Does that make sense? What does it say? Hold on. I can't read the post there. Hold on, Catherine. I got it. Okay. When the knight moves, can't you take it with the queen? Yeah. When you sandwich. Okay. Let me look at that position here. Here we go. All right. So.
Well, no, because then if you take it with the knight, like if you do take the knight, then
All right, so we go
Yeah.
here. He goes there. Queen takes. He takes. Oh, you mean take here? You like
No,
go
no,
here,
no, 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 like the no, 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 like the same position. Like
here.
no, 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 like go back to like where the knight was there.
All right, so he checks. Oh, in this position, he can't block with the knight
No, no,
anymore.
no, 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 like they're talking about like so make the sandwich with the rook and the
Oh,
queen.
make the sandwich and
Yeah,
the
and
knight
then
goes
knight
here.
goes and then queen captures.
Yeah, queen captures. Yeah, so that's a bad move. You're right. Catherine, you're right on it. Because then the move is here. Wherever he moves, then the move is here, and wherever he moves, he's got to
Yeah,
move. You know what?
that's
I
what I
missed
was
that one,
thinking. I
Catherine. Good
know
eye. Good eye,
I
Catherine.
was thinking of something like that, but I didn't know what it was. Like I was
Yeah,
trying to like, think about it, but I
yeah,
couldn't.
yeah. I missed that one, Catherine. You're right. All right, cool. Hey, good job. All right, so here we go. All right, the bishop's attack moves here to attack the bishop. He wants to win a pawn. Bishop takes bishop, pawn takes, queen takes pawn. So what is the move here? What can we do? What is the move? Look at the board. Look at the board. Again, this is the same pattern we did earlier. The patterns are the same. Yes! Very cool. Who's this, Agustin? Let me see. Yeah, this is Agustin, right? Yeah. Good job, Agustin. The rook sacrifice. Excellent. The king has to capture, followed by the queen to h5. And the bishop's controlling here. The queen's controlling, has the rook move and the bishop move. I was talking to a student today about the queen having the bishop move and the queen, and exactly we were talking about this pattern. We did a lot of puzzles with this type of patterns today. And that's why I said the same pattern. But it's true. You do a lot of puzzles and the patterns are going to get in your head and you're going to know this. Does that make sense? Very good, Mac, and very good, Agustin. Good job on these guys, man. All right, let's see. Let's do one more or a couple more. We still got time. All right, so let's go here. Man. All right, so the pawn is attacking the knight. What is the move here? Think about this one. Look at the board.
I think I have it.
You think you have it?
Is it knight f6 check? When pawn captures, you capture the pawn, and then you have mate and one.
Well, Catherine says knight f6 is bad move, and then she says take the pawn. So this is not the move because pawn's gonna take.
And then you win the pawn, and then you have mate and one.
Yeah, but the pawn captures. See, if
Oh,
you go
oh
here,
yeah, that's
he
yeah.
captures. You capture here, and the pawn captures here, and you got nothing. So Catherine says instead capture there, and now you got it because now you have this, and look at that, you have this. So here we go.
So check.
King moves, and we have checkmate.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And yeah, h6 again. Patterns. Sacrifice. Why? Why sacrifice? To expose the king to checks or to a mate in one. Mate in one attack. King, this guy cannot protect this square. But he needs to protect this, so the king has to run. So if the pawn pushes, it's still checkmate. It's still checkmate. So the pawn doesn't help him. So the only move is maybe moving the rook away, but that still doesn't happen because the knight's controlling this square. It's still checkmate. Does that make sense, guys? Cool deal? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, this is why I like puzzles attacking the king, man. They're super cool. All right, let's see what happens here. What do we got here? Daniel, what do you got? What do you see here? Queen h7. Max says Queen h7. He says it with authority. So, yeah, I think that's the move. Now, what is the move? Check with the queen. All right. Well, we checked with the queen already. So, what is the move?
Bishop check.
Bishop check. I like the bishop check. Bishop check is the move, right? Because the king is forced. The king. Oh well, no. Actually, it is bishop check. I was thinking the rook was here on f1, but no, that's checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Max says, yeah, very good. That is checkmate. Does that make sense? So here we go. Check, boom, mate. And you see this sometimes also on e6 here, checkmate. With the queen on f7 and the bishop on e6, checkmate, attacking right in here like this. The king ends up here. So you'll see that checkmate. And it's really, really cool. But the winner here is the rook attacking, forcing the king to be there. Make sense, guys? All right, guys. Any questions out there of any position you might want to you want me to talk to you about any position? Let me. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the studio. I want to stop sharing. What do you think, guys? Anything out there? Any question? How does a pawn move or something like that? Something advanced like that.
Can a rook jump over pawns?
Can a rook jump over pawns? Yes, of course. No, not really. Of course not. All right, so let's see. Let me bring this guy here. Let me pull this guy out of there. Let me go. Kayla, you know what I did? All right, hold on. Let me. Think I need to bring this. There you go. All right, so let me put this here and bring this analyze board out here. Hold on, here you go. All right, so here we go. And no questions out there. Hey, Cristina Lima, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te va? De allá en México. Y Mario, what is Milagro, Miracle Flores, how's it going? I think you're from, was it New Mexico? Okay, guys, well, let's go over a quick game here. And I think the move would be, let me give you a quick game here for you guys to think about. All right, so here we go. These are quick games. I know Brian liked this book the last time, and so trabajo. What is it? Trabajando. Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go over a quick game here. Let me share. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna hit the analyze board. Here we go, and hopefully you guys can see that. There you go. And should you try new openings? Hold on. Here, let me see this question here. Should you try new openings to people even though you don't know it 100%? Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Cuatro said yes. Why?
I used to play Black. I used to play a lot of Carol Khan and Ray knows that. I played it all the time. I played Black. I never wanted to play anything else. But one game I tried to play Siciliana, and I was like, "Hey Ray, I want to learn more about this opening." And I showed him, and he showed me how to do it, and it was amazing. And I play it ever since, and I've played it ever since then.
Yeah. And the other thing too, guys, that's a very good question, Daniel. Because we want to learn new openings, right? You want to learn new openings, and the thing is, you go to the internet and you play against people with this new opening. You learn. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Catherine's in the same way. Catherine's, kind of afraid to leave her openings. I've taught her a new opening, and she loves the perk now. And I taught her that one, but she tends to play, the Siciliana. But she needs to really play the perk to make her Sicilian stronger, and that's what happens, But the thing is, when you play it online, you're gonna lose, or you're gonna get into new positions. But you're learning it. You're getting it stronger. Remember, your opening is like your sword. If you have a powerful sword, if you know how to manage your sword, you're going to become a very powerful chess player. You're not going to lose in the opening. You're not going to get into losing positions and then trying to catch up. Your
Yeah.
sword, I always tell kids that the opening, I mean, once you get it, it's like a plastic knife. It's not going to cut anybody. It's not going to do any damage. So you got to build it up so it becomes a steak knife. And then you got to build enough so it becomes a machete. You guys here in the valley know what a machete is. It cuts those big branches of the trees and bushes. And then it's got to be, you got to really, really know it really well so it becomes a sword. And you keep building on it. You put diamonds on that sword. And man, pretty soon you're unstoppable with just the opening alone. And
Yeah.
a lot, believe it, if you know the opening really well, you will win just based on the opening because that gives you the advantage. Now I'm not saying that that's all you need. You need end game. You definitely need a solid end game. And I preach end game all the time. I mean, I don't care, what lesson you do with me. It always ends up with end game studies all the time because that's what Susan Polgar told me when 23 years ago. She said, "Ray, teach end game, teach end game, teach end game." She's a grandmaster. I'm going to listen to her advice. And so, end game is a must. In fact, when we do the puzzles, we take it to an end game. That's what we're working on, end game. And you got to build your middle game techniques as well. Those are harder. You really to teach that. You really got to know the player really well to teach that. But it all starts with the opening. So Cuatro's definitely on that as well. Catherine, I would suggest the same thing, and then your Sicilian will get stronger. Pero that's true. Wide openings, E4, knight F3, bishop. Hey, maybe it's time for some of you to transfer to a D4 opening.
Yeah,
play some Queen's Gambit. Play, there's a lot of openings out there. And guess what? All your competition is also playing the same thing, except the kids that are winning the top 5 trophies. Does that make sense? And it's true. Cuatro, you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, like you really have to get out of that comfort zone because like when I used to play E4 and like Bishop, I used to play System A all the time and I would always lose to it. Like every single time I played it, I lose. Like I lost all the time. And I wanted to try something new, so I tried Knight F3, the King's Indian, and it got better. But now it's starting to get a little old, so now like you gotta start doing something new. Even if you don't know it, search up videos on how to do it.
Yeah.
That's the simplest thing to do.
Just work on it. Open up your even go to the analyze board and take it from there. Analyze every position and boom, 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 boom. You got to do some independent studies, man. I mean, I can work with you, right? But at some point, hey, you got to learn to study. Why? Because when you guys go to high school, and Cuatro knows this, you got to know how to study. I think sometimes a lot of times in middle school, you don't learn how to study. Yes, you study for tests and stuff, but you really don't know. Am I right, Cuatro?
No, yeah, I
study. Is a totally different beast.
I study for homeworks. Like it's that bad.
Yeah, you got to study. You got to learn how to study wisely, how to study where you don't lose time. And it's a totally different. And chess is the best way to learn how to study. I was talking to an old student of mine that I saw this today at Best Buy. This kid's going to Arkansas University on a full ride. He's going to be some health instructor or something like that. But he's already working on his doctorate. And he was telling me, man, Coach, I remember we used to talk about, how the chess really helped me to think and all of that. And he was like, he was coming back to the lessons. And this kid's in college. So these lessons you're going to take for the long run. I know Cuatro's a soccer player. And, a lot of his lessons, when we were doing chess lessons, they were based around soccer. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was all about soccer. Soccer, I got a little girl right now that she is an awesome piano player. And guess what? Her chess lessons are around musical instruments and music theory, and it just makes sense to her, And so So let's go over this game so that we can get going in a little bit. So, okay, E4, E6. And of course, this is the French defense. And pay attention to the way, let's see who wins here. Black plays. So this is going to be the French in action. And let's see what happens. Again, when a pawn doesn't move to the center, always take over the center. Take possession of the center and then control it. D5 is the best move here in this French. Now, sometimes you push up. Sometimes you develop the knight to protect, like you would do in the Carol-Con as well. But in this case, he captures, and the pawn captures. And my favorite move in this situation is to put the bishop at D3. That's my favorite variation of this. But he goes to knight to F3. The knight moves to F6, developing, and there comes the bishop that I was talking about. Boom, aiming at H7 for a sacrifice later on in the game. And of course, because in the French defense, just like in the Carol-Con, a lot of times they'll castle to the king side. Right? So there's certain habits that certain openings have. All right. So here, obviously, bishop develops, challenging this bishop, even though they're different colors, but they're both attacking the over here where white or black's going to castle. And here it comes. White castles or black castles. Oh, hold on. White castles, black castles. And now we know where each home is. And so remember what I've told you before. When it's castle versus castle, at some point you're going to go F4. Then you're going to follow up with some sort of rook lift to attack like that with the rooks. If you're black, you're going to go F5 and, of course, the rook lift. And I know the knight's in the way and the whole bit, but that's the idea that are coming later on. And let's see if these guys follow this. All right. So the knight develops, right? And the knight develops. So this is very symmetrical, right? Very symmetrical. Bishop to G5, right? And bishop to G4. So this is like patty cake, baker's man.
They're just playing the same thing over and over.
Playing the same thing over and over. So white loses this game. Now look at
wow.
Look at this move. Look at this move. Now my question to you guys: is this a good move or a bad move?
That's kind of it's kind of good for one, because only reason being that knight is kind of strong. It's attacking the center, so that could be one reason. And two, you're also getting rid of a defender on H7, so maybe later on in the game you can make something from that square.
Okay, cool. Anybody else want to say if the bishop captures the knight here, a bad move? Let me look at the position. We're talking about this move. Boom. Bishop takes. And Daniel says, I wouldn't play it. All right, I like that. Catherine, what do you think? Good move or bad move? Mac, what do you think? Good move or bad move? And how do you decide to play that move? Aussie, Agustin says, I have no idea. Good. I like your honesty there. Catherine says, I would play it. Catherine would play this, the bishop takes. Now, Mac says no. And we did a lesson on this, Mac. You answered correctly. Now, why? When you're going to capture a piece, guys, ask yourself this. What will the conclusion be? What would the position after the capture be? Question number 2. If it's a piece versus piece, ask yourself, am I capturing a better piece or am I capturing a weaker piece? Is his piece a good piece or a bad piece? The knight's not fully developed, so it's not considered a good piece or a bad piece. Plus, am I going to help him develop? Am I going to help him develop? And the idea is it's a mistake. Queen develops. Yes, you win a pawn. Yes, you win a pawn. White has won a pawn, but made things difficult for himself. Why? Because look at this. Boom. Boom. Hey,
I saw something else like completely different.
Well, didn't we just do this puzzle a while ago? Bishop takes knight, queen takes.
I was thinking of something else, like completely different. Like not like I'm fine with the queen captures and everything, but I was thinking like put the queen like behind the, like not where the knight is, but like put the queen like on G6 or something, and then when you can capture the bishop, queen's gonna capture, but you still have the pawn pinned, so nothing can really happen.
Okay, cool. Does this make sense? But this is better because you're hiding all attack. Plus, you got a threat here. You got a threat of checkmate right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right? With a simple threat, and exactly the book's saying with a simple threat of this is exactly what I'm saying. Now, look at the move, H3. Do we like H3? Yes or no? Analyze it, guys. Via Gil, ¿qué tal? How's it going? Gina Celeste, how's it going? So what do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Cuatro says the H3 is no good. Anybody agree with him? Who is the problem here?
The bishop.
And Max says, no, yeah, it's a bad move because bishop takes, right? Queen develops and that kind of deal. But
well, no, I was thinking bishop captures pawn, and then when pawn captures, the queen comes in.
Yeah. Now the reason why it's bad, and here you go. Okay, what would be the better move? What would be the better move for white here?
G3, definitely G3.
G3 would be okay, but there's one better. Who is the problem?
Which one?
Who is the problem for white?
The queen and the bishop.
The queen. Does that make sense? The queen is the problem. So remember, get rid of your problem. Get rid of the piece that's attacking you. Does that make sense? How do we get rid of the problem? Queen to C1, aiming at this guy. And then and then he doesn't have anything. What? Let's say he goes here. What's the move? Well, now you have this. Bishop takes, or either that, or queen moves out of the way. But queen can't go here, can't go there, can't go there. Maybe it could go here, and you're still winning. Does that make sense? So if bishop takes, queen takes, problem solved. There's no more attack. It's over. So the idea is get rid of your problem. Does that make sense, guys? Get rid of your problem. Anyway, the game continued with H3, which is a bad move in this case. Hold on, where am I? Okay, bad move. Move the queen simply moved here where I had moved it originally, and he's got this battery. Plus, he's continued to. He doesn't care about losing the pawn. Look at that. He doesn't care about losing this guy. Right?
He's even attacking the knight on the center.
Yeah. And he's attacking the knight here, and the house is going to open up. It's going to become a weak situation for him. Does that make sense? So the knight goes here, and but actually that would be okay. But the move that he did is he simply brought the knight in. Look at that. He simply brought the knight in. He sacrifices the knight because the knight can't capture because of that. Right? He can't capture because of that. So when we have a pin, attack the pin piece. Now, if this happens, if he takes that, then we have the check. And no matter what happens, we have the checkmate. Does that make sense? The idea is that the position needs to be forceful, guys. So taking the pawn here is brilliant. This is brilliant here. The bishop comes here to protect there. And obviously here, what is the move? What is the move?
You still capture the knight.
You still capture the knight because the knight's a defender right here. Right? Bishop captures. What do we do?
Bishop captures. No.
Look at the
Bishop
board.
captures pawn?
Bishop captures pawn. Awesome job, Cuatro. And he can't capture because, boom, how do you stop the checkmate? Right? You can't.
Make the king fly.
Yeah. So he captures the pawn, and obviously this guy goes rook e1. He's now finding a place to run. That king is in danger, and then obviously from here, the bishop just leaves the house and shuts this down, and the knight's in trouble. Right? And black has a pawn ahead with a safer king. and it's all over from this point. From here, let's see. White goes to play here, blocking again the check here. And what is the move for black here? Daniel says, in all that, it already looks scary. Yeah. What is the move for black here? Oh, you got to think here. Is black winning? Yes. Look at the attack. Look at the attack. Look at the attack. Plus, he has an extra pawn. Checkmate is coming, but do you have enough power? No. So this is where this is something that you guys have to learn to do, because you continue the attack, and sometimes you don't build. And the move here is just bring the rook into the field. Oh, hold on. What was the move here? Okay, this guy moves here, and you bring the rook into the attack. He's aiming at the queen. You bring more pressure. You bring more pressure into it. The queen moves out of the way. He goes here, but he's blocking his king in. The king can't get out through here anymore. So what is the move here, guys?
Bishop captures pawn.
No, because pawn takes. There's better. Look at the board. Daniel says, okay. What do you think here?
I have no idea.
Well, the thing is to threaten checkmate here, or to threaten check, right?
Oh, I mean, how are you supposed to do this? Oh.
You capture this guy. He captures. And look at the rooks attacking here, right? This guy's unfrozen, so you capture this pawn, right? And of course, obviously, if he captures, then you have this. And look at black's position totally falling apart. Does that make sense? So
no, but then white has mate in one. Or
white doesn't have anything.
yes, he does. Queen down, queen sack, rook captures, rook checkmate.
But the rook doesn't have to capture. The rook doesn't have to capture. It's not a force. Does that make sense? He doesn't have to capture. You know, as a matter of fact, the rook can always come down. Or say, no, we have maybe this. Or better yet, we have this. Look at that. How do you stop that?
Capture the rook, check, and then king captures, and then just bring your rooks in, I guess.
He's got to control this. So but the only way is maybe queen down. Because if he does this, what's the move?
Capture, no. Rook, just rook capture.
Queen captures. So what else can happen? Well, we have a check over here. Right? We have a check on that side. The rook cannot take the rook because he loses the queen. The queen can take the rook, but king captures, and then we takes. You know. So we have that, or we can just simply push the pawn. And then he's got problems. Does that make sense? So, guys, that's what you got to do. You know, you have to do this kind of things, you know, forceful chess that will take you to the win. And you got to bring a lot of pieces into the attack. Does that make sense? You have to bring a lot of pieces into the attack if you're going to be successful at winning the games. Cool. Well, guys, it was awesome that you guys were here. Let's see what happens. I know the middle school is going to nationals next month. High school is this weekend. Middle school is, I think, on next week. There is a local tournament on the 15th at Sam Houston, and I heard there might be another tournament, but I don't know yet. So definitely work on your puzzles, play some games, and see what happens. Thank you, Daniel. Have a great night. You take care. Guys, buenas noches. Anything you want to tell the fans, Cuatro?
Try new openings, try stuff new, get out of your comfort zone. Don't give up.
Excellent. Good job. Good job. I like that. Get out of your comfort zone, and that means, hey, work on a new opening. You know, remember, you go. Those of you that are going to nationals, man, you gotta work on your opening. Gotta have a good opening out there. And again, work a lot on your end games and all of that. Hey, take care, Agustin. Thank you for dropping by. Agustin's a member of the new Three Musketeers. The Three Musketeers are a group of friends, three friends that study chess together. Him, Alvaro, and Ryan study chess. We're going to start in 2 weeks again because they started the soccer and all that. And so he says, I'm trying to get better at the perk. Yeah, cool deal. Mac, thank you, Mac, and congratulations on that finish, that second place finish on puzzles. And you know what? Let's take you to state with puzzles, man, and let's see what happens with that. And so cool. So guys, buenas noches. Good night. Play some chess. Checkmate. 100 puzzles a day. If you saw my post, 100 puzzles a day. Or what would it push? Hashtag 500 chess puzzles per week. Hashtag 500 chess puzzles per week. Later, guys. Bye. Bye.